TUNECORE worth it, or is it, as she said, a scam? If you are an independent artist who is just getting started and trying to pick your music distribution platform, TUNECORE is one of the most popular music distributors for independent artists. However, there are some definite things that you need to know before you sign up and decide that TUNECORE is the correct distributor for you. What's up, music meeples? My name is Kendra, and today we are talking about strategy for your music distribution, because in the game of music marketing, strategy is everything. Let's get into it. As a beginner, one of the first things you need to do as an independent musician is pick your music distributor. So in this video, we are going to talk about all of the pros of TUNECORE, what makes them great, but we're also going to talk about what you need to know, what you need to be aware of, all of those cons that makes TUNECORE maybe not the best choice for you. And stick around till the end, because I'm going to tell you a horror story that happened to an artist who tried to release on TUNECORE. Let's get into the positive things of TUNECORE. So TUNECORE is a music distributor. It is considered one of the staple beginning music distributors that a lot of people began distributing their music independently with. The number one thing that makes TUNECORE amazing is that they do not take a cut of your revenue. So when you generate royalties from your music streaming on a variety of platforms, that is paid out to you through TUNECORE. So if you release the song through TUNECORE, you are then paid out through TUNECORE. And the great thing is that TUNECORE does not take a percentage of that cut, which is amazing. You get to keep 100% of your royalties. Now, of course, the exception of this is if you are working with a label or a manager that is helping you with the marketing and promotion of your music, then they are going to get a percentage of it, but TUNECORE itself does not take a cut, which is amazing. Number two pro is that it has a wide distribution network. So there are over 150 different music stores and platforms that your song will be distributed to through TUNECORE. And so you don't have to log in to each individual store. You don't have to log into Spotify and then log into Apple Music and then log into Amazon Music and upload the same information. You just enter all of the metadata and upload the track in TUNECORE, and it will distribute it to over 100 stores for you, and you don't have to worry about it, which is great. The third best thing about TUNECORE is that it has a lot of advanced features and settings that get a little bit more into the technical nature of royalties. Not only will TUNECORE help you collect the royalties from your streams on the platforms, but there are different features that allow you to collect mechanical royalties and synchronization fees and things like that. So there are more ways to get revenue on TUNECORE than just the direct streaming revenue. Number four, which is really cool, is it still will help you with physical distribution. So this is different than DistroKid because it's very uncommon for a beginner artist to actually print a physical CD or to have their music distributed on vinyl. But if you want to do that, you can with TUNECORE. It's really neat. So on their website, it says that you can use TUNECORE's disc duplication service to manufacture CDs, DVDs, and posters, which is really cool because some people really like that physical CD. Now, even though this might seem outdated, it actually can be really helpful. So for example, I work with a lot of children's musicians, and their songs are often used in daycares and in library settings. And so those settings don't want to be streaming music because they don't want to have the ads playing that are going to be playing on different things, or they don't have the budget to be able to have a monthly subscription to Spotify or Amazon Music. And so they need to have a physical CD so that they know that they have control over what songs are playing and the kids aren't going to be exposed to anything that is unintentional. And so those types of customers want an actual CD, and TUNECORE will help you do that, which is great. I love it. The number 5 great thing about TUNECORE is the analytics that they offer. Now remember, the analytics is the data, the numbers about what your music is doing. You can see oftentimes the different demographics of who is listening. You can find out where people are listening to your music. You can find out which songs are performing well, which ones are not. And then those analytics can help inform your music going forward. This is a very important piece of growing as an independent musician online, is being able to read and understand the analytics so that you know what is working and you can do more of that so that you can grow faster. Number 6, a lot of great tools on TUNECORE help you with the music marketing aspect of releasing your music. So social media posts or pitching to be on playlists. There are a lot of great tools on TUNECORE that can help you with that process. If you are new or even if you're advanced, these tools can help you just get a jump start and get organized with your music distribution marketing. Number 7, TUNECORE does have a great reputation for great customer service. Now, we will get into one story at the end of the video that says differently, but overall, TUNECORE has been known to be very responsive, very helpful. They have actual people that are there to help you understand what is going wrong on your account if you are stuck, or to help you learn the process if something is a little bit off. The last thing that is great about TUNECORE is they do offer sync licensing. So let's say you want your music to be on Netflix. Then you can use the sync licensing feature to get your music on video games, TV shows, movies, things like that. With some of the other platforms, you have to go to a separate resource or a separate site. But you can do that just within TUNECORE. Okay, let's talk about the cons of TUNECORE. What you need to know before you sign up. We just talked about all the great things about TUNECORE, but here's what you should also be aware of. Number 1, the cost structure. So traditionally, TUNECORE has had you pay per release, and they did not offer an annual subscription with unlimited. Now, here's the thing. They have actually changed this. DistroKid had so much success with their annual unlimited plan that TUNECORE basically copied them. They're like, okay, we see there's a demand for this. And so they now do have an option, but what that means is you're gonna have to really do some digging into the different plans of TUNECORE and really decide for yourself if you want to pay per release or if you want to do an annual subscription. Now, this is great that you do have this option now, but it will require you to take the initiative and really make sure that you are picking a plan that works for your music. So for example, if you are going to just release one album all year and that's it, you might want to just pay per release. But if you are like most independent artists who are now doing a rolling singles release schedule, you're gonna want an unlimited plan because you're releasing music every few weeks. Another con is that TUNECORE does have a lot of hidden extra fees. So there are going to be some special features that you think are included, and then you might have a pop-up of, oh, that's going to be an extra $3. And they usually have a lot of things at the end of each release sort of upsell. So just be aware of that you will come across a lot of suggested sales and upsales as you are using their platform. You'll think that it's included, but then once you go to actually check out, it'll have a cost to it. So you do want to be aware of that there are going to be a lot of advanced features that have additional fees hidden within. Another con to be aware of is that there are going to be payout thresholds with TUNECORE. So if you are releasing music and you get 10 streams of your song, which is popular number when you're first starting out, it's going to be hard to build those streams unless you've got your mom like listening to it over and over again. But you have to earn a certain amount before you actually get a payout. So that's just something to be aware of. The next con of TUNECORE is delayed payment. Sometimes you have to wait a little while before you actually get your money. So you can't rely on TUNECORE for a consistent schedule, like a consistent paycheck. It's gonna vary based on how your songs perform over time, but also there is a delay. So if you had an awesome release and you got 1 million streams on your release day on Friday, you aren't going to be able to cash that out right away on Monday. There's going to be a delay in that process that you should be aware of. Another con is the interface. Some people reviews say that it isn't as user-friendly. I personally really think that TUNECORE has a nice interface. I do have a video that's a full tutorial of how to release songs and how to navigate TUNECORE if you want to see that. But there have been some comments and reviews that say it's not the most intuitive interface. Another thing that people sometimes don't love is that TUNECORE does not have the most advanced marketing tools. There are some special features on there, but other distributors have built up their special marketing features to be even more extensive than TUNECORE. So if you are planning to use your music distributor platform for all things marketing, licensing, it's better for the licensing. It has some more options there, but there aren't as many marketing tools on there. Now let's get into the story of why one artist absolutely despises TUNECORE and what happened to them. So there is an independent artist called Dash Please, and I actually don't know her real name. I tried finding out, but she is phenomenal. She is an independent artist, and she actually has a great YouTube channel that also teaches a lot about these same things, about the music distribution. And she did a video this year talking about the best and worst music distributors, and she put TUNECORE as the worst because she personally had the worst experience. What this artist did is they created a new account with TUNECORE, they paid their fees, they went to release their music, they filed all of the important paperwork as far as the splits of revenue for this particular track, and it was rejected. There was no clear reason why, but she just got a very blanket thing saying, sorry, this release has been rejected, and it says TUNECORE has the right in its sole discretion to reject any material, and it said that this is a notice to inform you that your song has been blocked. She tried to appeal it, and she just kept getting the same note over and over and over again. And she did a lot of digging. She went on the internet to find her community to see, has anybody else had this problem? And she found that artist after artist after artist had this same issue where they went to release their music, and for some reason it was blocked and they couldn't get an answer why. Now this is actually similar to what another artist had happen on DistroKid. So I think the lesson here is that at any given point, these platforms might detect something in your music that is just an automatic red flag that they just cut it. And unfortunately, we are living in a world where AI bots are taking over customer service, and it gets really hard to talk to someone to actually learn what is wrong. They're just going to send you a blanket email saying, nope, this song is blocked. You're done. And what's worse is they don't have a refund policy. Now, it does say that you can, under certain circumstances, get a refund, but generally TUNECORE has a no refund policy. So she paid to distribute her music, and that was it. It didn't get released, and they still kept her money, as far as I can tell from her video. And so be aware that problems will arise on this platform, and it can be very frustrating. So overall, TUNECORE is a staple in the music industry for independent music distribution, and it has a lot of great features. It is reliable. They show that they are adapting to the needs of the customers because they have changed their pricing plans over time to meet the needs of their customers, which is great. However, you are going to see some drawbacks, and some individuals have had terrible experiences with them, but others absolutely love TUNECORE and they use it regularly and they sing their praises. So I would love to know what you think. Is TUNECORE worth it, or is it, as she said, a scam? Now let's talk about another option for music distribution.